Hello, everybody. Keith Henry here at Morgan State University. I am here with the head coach of Morgan State Tennis, Matthew Towns. Coach, what a great opportunity you have coming up. But before we talk about that, you all had to get by the MEAC, and that's tough, but y'all got it done. Y'all finally found a way to beat South Carolina State and dethrone them 4-2 last week. Let's talk about your season and just I know y'all were learning from last year when y'all lost to the same South Carolina State team. What did you all learn from that point that you all were able to move on and accomplish something no Morgan tennis team has before?
Well, I think the difference between last year and this year, last year our actual regular season went a little bit better. We had a few more wins on the year, and I think, beat a couple of teams that no one was expecting us to beat. And I think without having a real significant loss going into the MEAC tournament, we didn't feel the pressure that we should have. And so when we were hit with that in the finals of this conference, I feel like we didn't step up to the plate enough. We didn't make the changes or make the adjustments mentally that it required for us to win it. And that hurt. The guys were still, thinking about that throughout the season. But I think the biggest difference this year is we had a couple of those losses in the regular season, and they were allowed to, kind of learn from those experiences and learn from, a couple of non-conference losses that we took to say, okay, this isn't going to happen to us again this year. Yes, we're the number one seed. We've won the division, but we're not going to allow any of those accomplishments to get into our head. We're going to stay focused no matter what. And we're not going to let this happen, again to us. And so going into the tournament, I think the focus was a little bit better, blocking everything out. The distractions weren't there. We have basically the exact same team as we did last year. And so all 7 of those guys were able to step up and remember those experiences and take and learn from all those things and, get it done this year.
Coach, I've noticed on the schedule a couple of teams you all face, and especially in the Southern Division, Florida A&M, North Carolina Central. You all got a chance to face them again in the tournament. There had to be some benefits from playing them.
Most definitely. I think actually the past 2 or 3 seasons, playing a team in the conference, playing a school from the Southern Division in the regular season, we end up playing those teams again in the tournament, and that always helps to have some familiarity with the other teams. But at the same time, it does present another challenge because it's very difficult to beat a team twice in the same year. To beat a team, 2 years in a row can be a challenge as well. But we started off the season with FAM. They weren't as strong as they were at our conference tournament. We knew first round, okay, guys, we beat them already, but guess what? This is going to be a different team. This is, 4 months later. Don't base off of anything that we've done in January, except for the fact of, okay, we know certain players play certain ways and have tendencies to do certain things, and so we're going to be mindful of those things, but we're going to just take each and every match as a brand new opportunity. When we played North Carolina Central over spring break, it was a very tough match. We beat them 5-2, and it was close. I mean, a couple of those matches could have went either way. We could have easily lost that match 4-3 by just losing a couple of points in a doubles match. And I think one of our guys at like number 4 and number 5 singles was actually down a match point. So, those 2 things could have easily changed the match for us. So going and seeing them in the semifinals after already playing them and beating them gave us another set of motivation because we knew how tough they could be, and we knew that we didn't really get by that easily against them the first time. They're a very tough team, and so coming into the semis, we knew that we weren't going to allow them to rain on that parade. We knew that they were looking for some vindication, some get back, some retribution, and we didn't allow that to happen. And then going into the final, we didn't see South Carolina State this year, but we knew what they've been doing. We paid attention to what they've been doing in the regular season. We knew we had a great opportunity, and we weren't going to let it slip. So, it's definitely positives to playing some teams in the regular season that you might end up seeing in the tournament.
When did you know at that point in South Carolina State that you all had that match and that you all won that championship, and go through that feeling of actually winning?
So the night before, we finished playing Central, and it felt really good. We went out with the team, and after dinner, I had a meeting with my coaches. I brought all my coaching staff together, and we sat and we talked about the match. And I kind of told them, this was Friday night, and I said, guys, if we win the doubles point, it's going to be really hard to beat us. And I knew that South Carolina State needed the doubles point more than we did. I knew that we could win 4 singles if we lost the doubles point, but I knew that they absolutely needed the doubles point. And so we told our guys that. Like, look, they're not going to beat us in 4 singles. You guys just go be yourselves, show up, play your games, and we're going to be successful. But we need to take that doubles point first. So the match first starts Saturday afternoon, and we were able to secure the doubles point. I knew from that moment on it was going to have to take, a miracle for us not to win that championship, because I knew the focus of my guys were going to be there the entire time. I knew that our coaching staff was locked in and we could help our players as much as we possibly could. And so after the doubles point, I kind of started feeling it. I started kind of feeling that it was going to, really be a good day for us. It got a little tough in a couple matches. We had a match go 3 sets, and we lost on 2 and number 5 singles, but we were almost finishing on another court, and I think the match final score was 4-2. It easily could have been 5-2 for us. And the 2 matches we lost were close matches as well. So we were definitely ready for it. It still feels kind of surreal, honestly. We first team to ever win it at Morgan on the men's side. It's 2 years in a row for me, winning with the women last year. It feels amazing, knowing that I've put in a lot of dedication since taking this job. Less than 5 years, we got 2 chips here. So I think that that's an amazing feat for us, but it's not overnight. It didn't happen overnight. It wasn't by luck. And we're building something really special here, and I just hope that we can continue to win some more, bring some more back home.
Talk about your players. All on the national, no one from the States.
On the men's side, yeah.
On the men's side.
Yeah. So with having the level that we need to win our conference, knowing the level of caliber player that we need to win our conference, it was very difficult for us to bring in American players from the jump. Morgan didn't have a history of winning or doing anything particularly well in the tennis field. And so getting players to buy in was a little more challenging initially for us, the American players. So instead of just waiting around and trying to continuously go through those processes, we just looked internationally. And so we were able to find international players that loved our business school, loved our engineering program here, and decided, hey, this is something that I actually want to do. This is a Division I program. And I think a lot of international players don't really look into the school as much. They look into their academic program, and then they look at the team. And so they might not know anything about an HBCU or may not know anything about Baltimore, Maryland in particular, but they know that they're getting a scholarship to come and play Division I sports, and that's something that they've always dreamed of. And so not having a bill when you come to school makes it a lot more enticing. So we brought the players that we knew we could win with. We developed them, helped them become better players, and then now we're just growing the program from there. So this is my 5th spring. We've had 3 winning seasons since I've been here with these international players. I just want the best players for Morgan State University. As we start to continue our recruiting process, we will be having some more domestic players, some even Maryland players that are coming in and helping us out and winning some more championships. So the all-international side, it won't stay that way, but as of right now, I just want the best players that we actually can to build and continue building this program here.
Coach Towns, your non-conference schedule has been very challenging.
Yes.
And I've noticed the one big win against Big East Villanova.
Yes. Yeah.
Talk about how something like that will help you prepare for Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Top 25 team, and I don't know if you all played top 25.
Not this
teams
season. We haven't. Yeah, we haven't. We've played VCU in the past. I think they were top 30 when we played them. ODU had been, I think, top 30 when we played them one year. But yeah, I mean, winning a match like that, I think it was great at the time. But I think we actually learned more from our losses than we do our wins. I think when we played Villanova, we won that match, and it felt good. But I think we dropped one right before that against Navy, and I think we kind of rebooted ourselves after that Navy loss. I think that loss helped us out a little bit more than the actual win from Villanova. So when we're playing these schools now coming up and playing the defending national champions on their home courts, we know it's going to be a challenge, but it's also an opportunity. It's an opportunity to showcase who we are as a program, what we're doing at Morgan State, and going to give them everything that we possibly can. We're going to work hard. No one's going to outwork us no matter who we're playing, and that's something that we've always been holding ourselves accountable to. I'm okay if we lose. I'm not okay if we get outworked, and that's something that as long as I'm here, that's going to be one of the main focuses of our team.
Coach, I've seen them years past, teams going to the NCAA tournament, knocked out 4-0. Seemed like it's, I don't know if it's overwhelming some things or just playing that particular team. What's it going to take for MEAC team step up, not just give them a scare, but knock them off and let the nation know that the MEAC is not one to be pushed around.
Yeah.
Where y'all can make some noise and advance in this tournament.
Yeah, I think the first thing is believing. No one believed that Morgan could win a MEAC title when I took the job. I actually had people, close friends, people that actually came from Morgan telling me, "Don't take that job. You guys won't win. It's not built for anybody to win. They don't care about tennis, this and that." And that's simply not true. We have an athletic director who is focused on every single sport here, and he gives us great opportunities to go and be successful, and that's exactly what we were able to do. I also know that on the court, outside of that, it's going to come from doubles. I think if you're looking just on the court, we're going to have to play excellent doubles. I think once college tennis in general, once the doubles point is decided, it's going to be very hard for either team to get 4 wins against another team. And so starting off, I think that's going to be really key for us to play consistent doubles and to believe in ourselves. But if we don't believe that we can go out and be successful, then we won't, no matter who we're playing. It doesn't matter if it's Wake Forest or if it's Coppin. If we don't believe that we can play well, it won't happen. And so that's the first thing, belief. Second thing, playing doubles well, executing well. And like I said before, can't get outworked. If we want to make noise, if we want to show the world who we are, this is a great opportunity for that. I don't look at it as a challenge so much as an opportunity.
You did say you all played Navy, a team that has gone to the tournament as well. And just what's the difference between playing a team like Navy that has gone to the tournament, that has had the experience, and playing now playing a team like Wake Forest that's top 10, top 5 in the country.
They're defending national champs. They didn't get there by luck. They won those matches because they're a solid team, and so is Navy, and Navy is also going to the tournament this year. Playing those teams, that lets us know where we could actually be. We lost to Navy 5-2. Really could have gone either way in that match. We lost a doubles point. Like I said, once you lose a doubles point, it's very difficult to win 4 matches in the singles play. We lost a tough doubles point, and we lost like 2 or 3 of those matches in third sets. So that let us know that, hey, we lost this match today, but like I said, we learn a lot more from our losses, and it shows us that we can be on that stage, that we don't need to necessarily just sit in this MEAC ranking, because what happens now with our league, we play, we win our league, and we get a top 4, top 5 seed in the tournament. Well, Navy doesn't have to play a top 5 seed in the tournament. I don't even know if they're playing a seed first round, but that's a team that we're right there with. right? We almost took them out this year, and they're in the tournament playing at a higher level, a higher seed than we are, which shows, hey, if we can win a couple of those non-conference matches and then go on to win our regular season title and our postseason title at MEACs, I think the world is at our hands, really, at that point. Like I said, we took a couple losses this year that I didn't think we really needed to, but I think it helped us make us stronger. And so now, seeing where Navy is in the tournament, that lets us know that we can be right there as well, like right where they are.
Well, the players, what are they feeling at this point, and how are you trying to help them out in preparing for this great opportunity?
I mean, I think they're feeding off of me pretty well. I'm giving them everything that we've been doing from the very beginning of the year. We haven't changed anything. We won the conference, and we got back here Monday morning. We got back to work right on the course. Our practices remain the same. We only know how to be ourselves. Right. So we are going to stick to that. We're not going to try to be anybody else. We're only going to be ourselves and be the best version of ourselves when we go out and we play every day. So I'm just focusing on that and making it about us. We had a motto from the beginning of the year: it's us against the world, and it's literally not us against the world. We understand that, but our mindsets were, if anything that we're looking at or focused on that doesn't have anything to do with us winning a championship or them getting their grades, because our team's 3.9 GPA, if it wasn't about our school or our tennis, then we blocked it all out. And that's something that I really, really want to stress with our players, to continue to do that. Continue to make it about us. Continue to be yourselves, and we're going to go out and play well.
You heard him. You see him, folks. Head coach of Morgan State Tennis, Matthew Towns. He's going to take his Morgan State Bears to Winston-Salem, North Carolina on Friday, 4 p.m. They play the defending champion, Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Coach, good luck, and hopefully next time we talk, we'll be talking about more tournament play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.